Hello everyone, welcome to my channel again. So today we will discuss one problem, that is 23 merge k sorted list. So in the previous video we have done merge to sorted list. So here in this video, if we have given k list which are sorted, then how to merge them together, that we will see. The problem statement is saying you are given an array of k linked list. Each linked list is sorted in ascending order. Merge all the linked list into one sorted linked list and return it. So here if you see, we have few linked lists which are already sorted. So we have to merge them together and the result will also be in sorted manner. So how to do this? That we'll see next. Now here take one example and try to see how we can get into one solution. So these are four linked lists I have taken here. So our k value is 4. So all are sorted 2, 4, 6, 6, 1, 2, 5, 1, 2, 3, 6, 9. So what first approach we can take is we already know the program of merge two sorted linked list. Can we take help of that? So suppose this is the method merge two sorted list which will take two sorted list as input and it will return the merge sorted list, right? So first what we can do is we can take this list 2 as the input and list 1 as the input. Then we can again call this function and whatever is returning from here that we can pass to the next function as list 2 and we can take one new linked list, right? Then again we can call this method. So the result coming from here we can pass it here and we can take one new linked list. Okay, and ultimately we will get our result which will be sorted linked list and merged. Now the question is that how much time it is taking if we want to discuss the time complexity part. So this merge to sorted list, it will take O n of time to merge and sort two linked list. Here n means the total number of nodes between these two. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? And this is doing this part for how many times? K minus 1 times. If you see here, this merge to sorted list function we have to call k minus 1 time. Here k is 4, so we are calling it for 3 times. So overall the time complexity will be O of n into k minus 1. So we can modify it to ONK. So the time complexity for this will be ONK. Now we have to see if we can reduce this time. Now let's think about another approach. So can we take help of each and every one and start the solution from begin to end? That means if we start with this one, this one, this one and this one, and among them what is the minimum that we can take at first? So suppose 2, 1, 1, 3 is there, so the minimum one is 1. So that we can append with the result list. Suppose from here I am starting the result list part. So first value I get is 1 and we will move forward 1, means we will do a 1 dot next. Then among 2, 2, 1 and 3, which one is the minimum? 1. So next we will take 1 and we will move this 1 forward to 2. In the next part, among 2, 2, 2 and 3, we have to check which is one is minimum. So 2 is minimum. So we have several 2's, but take the first one. So 2 is minimum. Then we can take 2 here and we can move 2 forward. Then among 4, 2, 2, 3, which one is minimum? 2 is minimum. So we can take 2 and we can proceed. And at the end, we will get the result. So now I am not writing each and every step here. So just want to tell you one thing. So in this case, are we getting some good approach time complexity wise? Because if you see here, first what we did is between 2, 1, 1 and 3, we tried to find which one is the minimum. So for that purpose, obviously we did a linear search and check between k nodes. So that will take OK of time and we have to do this for n nodes. So total again it will take ONK time only. So is there any better approach where we can reduce this time? So every time what we are doing is every time we are picking the minimum element where actually my pointers are present, and then we are inserting one new element, or we are moving this node forward and new element is coming. So if you see here, the next time the comparison was happening between these four, right? So one is gone, now two came. So in between sorry, it will be 2, 1 and 3, 1 will be the minimum again. So what kind of data structure can help us to find the minimum one in O1 of time? Or if we have to insert one new thing, then also it will take some logarithmic time. So the choice of data structure we can take here is, we can take help of min heap in this case. So we'll see next how we can take help of min heap and solve this problem in less time. Now let's check how min heap or priority queue will help us in this case. So same thing we can do again. So first we'll start from the first or head node of each and every linked list. And we can put all these nodes in a min heap or priority queue. So then it will look like this, if you know about min heap. So it will rearrange itself or heapify itself, and the root element will be the minimum one. Then we got our first one, that one. So 1 will be our first node in the answer or result. Then that one we suppose get from here. Then we have to insert the new element. First we have to like pull the element from the root. So it will become 132, and then we have to insert this node. So 2, 2, 1, 3. So now 2, 2, 1 and 3 element is there in the heap, and it will readjust itself. That will become 1, 2, 2, 3, and our root element will again get was the minimum one. So that will be our next result. And if we talk about time complexity here, so getting the root element will take O1 of time, means the minimum one, and when actually the insert will happen, and again it will remodify itself or heapify itself to make it a heap again, that will total take log k of time. So we are saving some time here. So previously it was taking OK of time, now it is taking log k of time, and we are getting our minimum value in each and every iteration. Next what we will do is 2, 2, 2, 3 will be there. Means next when actually 1 we get as a result, so obviously we have to move to 2, then 2, 2, 2, 3 will be inside the heap, and the root element is the minimum, that is 2. So 2 we got as a result. So suppose this 2 we picked, then we have to move to 4. Then what will happen is we will have 4, 2, 2, 3 in the heap. So 4, 2, 2, 3 in the heap, and it will heapify itself, and the root element will be the minimum one, that is 2. So 2 will be our next element. And like that we have to proceed. Means when this 2 will be picked, so it will move to 5, then 4, 5, 2, 3 will be in the heap, then 2 will be picked, and next going onwards 3 will be picked, 4, 5, 6, 9, like that way. So I'm not writing each and every steps. So this is the power of heap we can use here to save some time. Now time complexity wise, if you see here, we have to do this operation for n times, and each and every time to pick the minimum one and going to the next one and re-electing the like minimum one, all these things will take log k of time, right? So total time complexity wise it will be on into log k, means on log k of time. So it is saving some time here. So before moving to the coding part, I want to give you one practical example where we can use this problem. So if you have face any problem like you have to sort 10 GB of file with 1 GB of RAM size, then how we can sort that file? So if you think through this problem, you can use this technique to sort that big 10 GB of file using first sorting and then merging, because your RAM size is 1 GB limited. So now just jump into the programming part. Now let's go to through the program actually. So first we have to define one priority queue, which is actually a min heap in Java. So we have to define a priority queue PQ, where the minimum value will be selected based on the value of that node. So that's why I did that L1.val minus L2.val. Then only we have to write this minimum heap. Now our first job is to insert all the first node of this list into the priority queue or main heap. So I am iterating over this list, and if they are not null, then only I am putting it inside the queue or priority queue. If you are not checking this null condition, this priority queue will throw some exception. That's why you have to always check. If the element is not null, then only we have to insert. And then we are checking if my priority queue is empty, then you have to return null. Means suppose 4 lists are given to me and all of them are null. Then as we are doing some null check, so at the end the priority queue will be empty. So we have to simply return null because no need to proceed. If the priority queue size is 1, that time also no need to do any comparison, because whatever node actually inserted, we have to pop that and give it as a result. Okay. Now the actual part will start, where we have to get the minimum node by doing a pq.poll. Means we have to pop the first element. So that will be our minimum one from the heap. And we will create a result list, which at the last actually have to return, and we'll assign it. Means, so for the result list, the first element we got. Now to keep track of this result list head, we are assigning result head main as result list, because this result list will keep on proceeding, so you will lose track of the head. And then for this minimum node, we are checking if its next is not null, then we are again inserting it into the main heap. Now the actual part will start, where we will do it until the priority queue is empty. So same thing, means we are just first like picking the minimum node, and then in the result list next we are assigning the minimum one, and then we are doing like result list equal to results list dot next, because we are proceeding the result list, and we are checking if minimum value which is selected just now, if it is next is not null, then again put it in the min heap, and we have to repeat this procedure. Then each and everything will be done, and at the end we have to return the result head main, which we have kept here. So now if you submit this problem, then we can see it is accepted. So this is all about this merge k sorted list problem. Thanks for watching.